Dear students, in this lecture video, we studied about the introduction to power system reliability and security level of the system. First, we study about the introduction to power system reliability. The power system reliability has a wide range of meanings in power systems. The power system reliability can be divided into two aspects. One is power system adequacy. The second one is power system security. The power system adequacy. The power system adequacy refers to the existence of the sufficient generation, transmission and distribution facilities, because the power system means it consists of generation, transmission and distribution. So therefore, the power system adequacy refers to the existence of sufficient generation, transmission and distribution facilities to meet the consumer demand at all the points of the time. Then the power system adequacy requirements have to be considered mainly in the planning and design phases. Power system adequacy, it is a static conditions. Then the second one is the power system security. So up and until we have been the mainly concerned with minimizing the cost of the operating a power system, and overriding factor in the operation of the power system is the desired to maintain the system security. The system security involves practices designed to keep the system operating when components fail. Okay, the power system security can be broken in, that means into two major functions during the operations control center. The one is security assessment, the another one is security control. Then what is the methods of security analysis? The methods of security analysis are the study with fast but approximate algorithms, detailed analysis with AC power flow, contingency selection and detailed analysis. Two basic possible responses. One is modify the pre-contingency state to eliminate the potential emergency if the contingency really occurs. The second one is define control strategy to control the emergency if it were occur. In both power system adequacy, power system security areas, we have deterministic and problematic method for reliability evaluation. The security analysis is a more complex function because of the dynamic nature of the problem. In a given network, the innumerable faults can occur. The enumeration of all those faults would be a task. So therefore, the further the faults are unique to the network under consideration. Therefore, the general indices are the most used for the power system adequacy and not general reliability. The general point of the network security is associated with the probability of maintaining adequate supply in the event of contingency. A contingency is the loss of transmission equipment and or the generation units. The contingency analysis involves an analysis of all possible contingency likely to occur, deduct the ones which are critical, such as voltage at buses, line force, etc., and rank them according to their severity. The critical contingency lead the power system from an alert state to an emergency state. This is the introduction to power system reliability and security. The next one is the security level of the system. The control action to be taken, which is determined by the security level of the power system. This is the function of the energy management system, which is abbreviated by EMS. E for energy, M for management, S for system. Okay, then totally how many levels is there? Means six level is there. Security level of the power system. The first level is known as the secure level. At this level, the load is supplied without violating any limits. Okay, because none of the contingency will cause any violations of the system parameters like voltage, line flows, or voltage at buses, switching position of the circuit, etc. So, in the secure level, that is the level 1 of the power system, the network will survive any contingency without the need for post contingency action. This is the secure level. Okay. The second level. The level 2 is nothing but the correctively secure level only. Okay. So in this level, all the loads are supplied without violating any limit, which is similar. That means in the level 1 only. But the contingency do not cause any load loss if an appropriate control action is taken. So this level is more economical to run the system at this level rather than the level 1, that is secure level, but relies on the corrective action taken post contingency. But these actions can be determined priori by running optimal power flows, including security constraints. This is the level 2. Then next level 3. The level 3 is called as the alert level. So in this level, the load is still supplied without violating limits as in the level 1, that is the secure level, and the level 2 is the correctively secure level. But the contingency causes some violations which cannot be corrected without loss of load. So therefore, the power system can be brought back to level 1. That is the security level, or that means the level 2. Level 2 is the correctively secure level by the preventive rescheduling. So in the level 3, we have to take the preventive action. In the level 1, that is we are taken the post contingency action, but the level 2 we taken the control action, corrective action. Then the level 3 we can take the preventive action. Then only the power system bring back to level 1 or level 2. The level 4. The level 4 is known as the correctable emergency level. Okay. In this level, all the load is supplied but with operating limits violated. Okay. All the parameters not in the operating limits. These violations cannot be corrected without loss of the load. Therefore, the power system can be brought back to level 3, that is the first alert level by corrective action. If the power system is in the correctable emergency level, first you have to take the corrective action, then the power system comes from correctable emergency level to alert level. The long or the medium term limits in the level 3, that the alert level, and the level 1 is the secure level, can be violated but not short term operation limits. Okay. Then the level 5. The level 5 is nothing but the non-correctable emergency level. Okay. In this level, all the loads are supplied with violation of operating limits. In this level, the situation can be corrected only by the loss of load. The duration and the amount optimized by the optimal power flow program only. This is the corrective action taken in the level 5. The last level is the restorative level. In this level, we have take the restorative control because we have to bring the power system to the level 1, that is the secure level, or the level 2 is the corrective secure level. In this level, all the operating limits are not violated, but the system is operating with a loss of load. Okay, so dear student, I hope that in this lecture video we studied about the introduction to power system reliability and security, and then what is the definition of power system reliability, power system adequacy, power system security, what is the contingency analysis, what are the methods of contingency analysis, and then what are the security levels of the power system, and each level what is the parameters limit, everything, and then what are the control action we have to take in the each level, because the power system bring back to level 1. In this topic, okay, under this topic, how the question will come in the university exam, explain the different security level of the system. It is similar to power system operating states we already studied in the module 1. Okay, thank you student for watching this video.